Montana Tucker is joining us now from here in Jerusalem. Shalom, Montana.
Shalom.
You know, it was a bit tough to begin this interview because people recognize you, recognize and appreciate. They appreciate the support.
Yes, it's there's nothing like being in Israel, I have to say. I've been traveling all over, but being back here in Israel and to feel the love and the spirit and the resilience and the pride of Israelis is just so special.
Now, last night you sung the anthem of Israel, Hatikva, at the rally at the Hostage Square in Tel Aviv. Now, this tragedy is really inconceivable, the whole story of the hostages.
It doesn't even make sense. I mean, obviously I talk about this every day and I've met with so many families, but to be there last night surrounded by so many people, and it felt like all of Israel was there, and I wish the whole world would be acting and screaming and being together the way that everyone was last night. I mean, it should just be such common sense of what is going on, and the fact that the whole world doesn't get it just really boggles my mind, and that's why I need to continue to do everything I can to make sure the whole world gets on the same page. The fact that there are hostages that were released that were there, that there are 80-something-year-old Holocaust survivor that survived the Holocaust and now is a hostage and is in captivity again makes no sense to me, and the fact that the whole world isn't screaming bring them home is an issue. And I think people are losing sight of how this started. They're losing sight of that this was innocent people that had nothing to do with the conflict or nothing to do with the war, and they got caught up in this, and it's not fair, and we need to end this.
Now, this is your second visit to Israel since October 7th. You'll be dancing, recording, as well as meeting families and wounded.
Yeah, so the last visit when I came in December, it was really heavy, which was important to show the world. I met with so many survivors sharing their stories. I met with hostages that were released sharing their stories. But I feel like my life has been so separate lately, where I've been separating my dance, my music, my acting, and my activism. And I wanted to find a way to bring them together and show the world also how incredible Israel is, where it's a place that has so many people of different religions, different walks of life, different ethnicities, races, etc., living together here in peace. So it was important for me to do that, and I did it with dance and music. I believe dance and music speaks when words can't, and I truly believe everyone's going to be very impacted from what we did. We went to the Nova site with the Nova survivors, and we did a dance dedicated to them. Today we danced at Tower of David with all different religions, and this is what the world needs to see, the unity that is in Israel.
Now, Montana, you're feeling the rise in anti-Semitism online. It's a battlefield out there, and it's getting worse.
It's 100% getting worse, and unfortunately, there's so much propaganda. And that is exactly why I'm physically here in Israel, and why I think it made an impact the last time I came in December. Because of all the propaganda, I wanted to physically stand here and physically be here and say, you guys can't deny this. This physically happened. And for me, it was really, really, really important to show that. And I went to the college campuses in the US. I went to UCLA. It's terrible what is going on there. People don't even know what they're chanting, what they're supporting. And I tried to have a conversation with them to see if I could understand, but they have no idea what they're doing. So it's important for me to physically be here in Israel and show the world the truth.
Now tell me, please, as someone who's deeply involved in the commemoration of the Holocaust, how do you look today at the comparison between the Holocaust and the Hamas massacre?
They're unfortunately way too similar. I grew up with Holocaust survivor grandparents, and I heard their stories my whole life. And there's a specific story that my Zaidi, my grandpa, told me about. He had friends that weren't Jewish his whole life, and the second all the announcements came out about how Jews were terrible and Jews were the reason all the problems were happening in the world, and then the next day they started spitting on him, beat him up, and said, "You dirty Jew." And those are exact same stories that are happening today. So never again, never forget is now, and that's why every single person in the world needs to take this seriously.
And so today you're calling on basically everyone to join you in your efforts.
Everyone needs to unite. Every single person, no matter what religion, what race, what ethnicity, we all need to unite against terrorism and against hate.
Okay, Montana Tucker, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me, and I want to also thank CAM, Combat Anti-Semitism Movement, for bringing me here to Israel. This is such a special trip, and I can't wait for you to all see my content.
Thanks a lot.
That's it. Am Yisrael Chai.